Okay, so when we talk about relaxation training, there's literally dozens of different methods that can be used. Anything from mindfulness-based stress reduction to biofeedback to self-hypnosis. I usually recommend that people, when I work with clients, I like to combine a combination of heart math breathing and mindfulness-based stress reduction. And so the way that that works is you start out by attending to your heart. You can even take your hand and place it on your heart and just get a sense of your heartbeat. And maybe it's slow, maybe it's fast, maybe it's erratic, but just kind of tune in to this part of your body, probably for the first time in any particular day. Once you've taken a minute to get a sense of your heartbeat, then you want to start breathing in a very specific way. You want to inhale for 5 seconds and exhale for 5 seconds. So what this looks like is basically so I usually count it out in my mind. You can count out 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. That's one breath. And just keep repeating that. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. What that will do is it should start to regulate the heart rhythm. So what will happen is the spaces between each heartbeat will become more regular. And when that happens, the heart, the electromagnetic field that the heart produces actually becomes more coherent. This is something that was discovered by the Heart Math Institute. And you can read more about that online, or you can go to their website. But the reason why it's important to have a electromagnetic field that's regular is because that field is communicating with your brain. It sends a message to the brain that says everything is fine, everything's calm, you can relax. And then the brain sends a message to the rest of the body saying, relax. So by breathing in this very regulated 5 second in, 5 second out way, we start to regulate that electromagnetic field. And the next layer you can add to this is mindfulness-based stress reduction. So what I usually recommend is that once you get yourself breathing in that 5 second pace, 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, then just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. So that can just happen automatically and habitually. And in the front of your mind, we want to start to shift your attention to some aspect of the breathing experience. So one thing you might focus on initially is the temperature of the air in your nose. As you inhale for 5 seconds, you're going to notice the air is cool. It should be cool because you're breathing in room temperature air. So unless you're in the desert or something, it should be significantly cooler than when you exhale. When you exhale, you'll notice that the air is warm because it was warmed up by your lungs. So you might start by just noticing that little subtle variation in temperature from the inhale to the exhale. Once you've spent some time noticing that and paying attention to that, you can shift to the expansion and deflation of the chest. As you inhale, it expands. As you exhale, it deflates. And just notice that process in and out, in and out. And once you've spent some time there, you might shift your attention even lower down to your belly. And if you're really breathing properly, then what you'll notice is that every time you inhale, the belly pushes out a little bit. We call that diaphragmatic breathing. And every time you exhale, the belly sinks in and the abdomen engages to help push the air out. So you can just spend some time noticing that ebb and flow of your stomach. It's very similar to the ebb and flow of the ocean. When I do this, I usually start at the nose, go to the chest, down to the belly, then back to the chest, and then back to the nose, just so that I don't get bored. But you can do it however you want. And I usually recommend that before people even start doing this, they start by setting a timer for maybe 10, 15 minutes, just so that they don't have to think about time. They don't have to question how long have I been doing this and look over at their watch or look over at their phone. They can just, every time that thought pops into your head, you just discard it and you say, hey, when I'm done, the timer's going to go off. One more thing to keep in mind as you do this. Your mind is going to be bombarded by all sorts of thoughts, not just what time it is or how long have I been doing this. You're going to be thinking about what you need to do after this. You might start thinking about why am I doing this? This is silly. This is a waste of time. Whenever those extraneous thoughts come into your mind, don't freak out. Just notice them, observe them, and then gently bring your attention back to the meditation. Either the pacing, if you're focusing on getting your breathing into that 5-second pace, or on whatever aspect of the breathing experience you're attending to. So if you're in that moment, if you're focusing on the temperature, just bring your attention back to the temperature of the air in your nose, or back to the expansion of your chest. It's going to get distracted again. That's okay. We don't need to freak out. Just gently bring it back. And as you consistently do that, what you're going to do is you're going to strengthen up your brain's ability to stay grounded in the present moment. You're going to reduce your stress levels, and you're going to really cause just an overall sense of relaxation and well-being that will not only impact you in the moment of the meditation, but you can carry that with you into your sleep or into your daily life, because those effects actually go with us after we leave the meditation. So that is a brief tutorial on relaxation training.